Everybody, and welcome back to day 4 of our Advent calendar series. It is December 4th. We are running through the Three Cellars Advent calendar here in 2022. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And we're going to dive straight into the box today. So again, Ross has a sneak peek. He knows what we're about to drink. I've been informed I need a bottle opener for this one. So we're going to reach right into day 4 back here. I have no idea what I'm about to snag, and we'll see what we got here. All right. So we are back to the Christmas-themed beers. We've got Alpha Claus here from Floyd's Brewing Company out of Indy. I believe they're out of Indy, right?
Yeah, Munster, Indiana.
Yeah. Yep. So I have had this before. This is their Christmas Porter. So actually be the second Christmas Porter that we've had thus far. Right. I don't remember this beer, but most of the things I've had from Three Floyds in the past have been pretty darn excellent. So
I was going to say the same thing. I know I've had it. I just don't remember anything about it whatsoever. It is described, if you look on the side, as a Alpha Claus is Alpha King's festive cousin. So a big American Christmas porter brewed with English chocolate malt, Mexican sugar, and of course, tons of strange American hops. So they do have Alpha King, and this is the Christmas version, Alpha Claus then.
Yeah.
And this one comes in at 6%. So
okay. So this is a lighter drinker for the channel. Let's go ahead and crack these things open. Ah, nice to crack a bottle on the channel.
I know.
Let's get this thing poured out. It's a porter. It should be nice and dark brown. It's coming out of there pretty dark. Definitely on the browner side of dark, but
much more that traditional porter color though than the base 3 from a couple days ago though.
Yep, agreed. About a finger and a half's length of head on there, but a nice kind of copper tannish head on there, and very dark brown. Let's get a little nose on this thing.
Very traditional porter sense to that one. It's kind of got that little, a little bit of bitterness, nice little smokiness is there.
Yeah, it's definitely got that traditional porter smoky character on the nose with like some bitterness. It almost smells like almost kind of black IPA-ish with that level of bitterness on the nose.
Actually does. And Three Floyds does a real good job balancing out their hops and their bitterness levels to their beer. So not surprised there's more of a bitter aroma coming off of a porter compared to what we normally get, but you know.
Yeah, I'm mostly getting bitterness, some malt character kind of coming through along, leading into kind of that smoky porter character that kind of feeds into the back of the nose. So
I would agree.
Should we try this thing out?
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know, to the point you said on the nose, it on the palate tastes like a black IPA more than anything else. That bitterness and the smokiness kind of intermingle with each other. It's really weird how that kind of works. It's pretty unique. I'm not really getting that like chocolate or anything from the Christmas, like what states it has. It's different.
It's a lot smokier than even I got on the nose. Like this, there's not a lot of Christmas to this. Very much just tastes kind of like a smoky porter with a little bit of bitterness in there, which leads kind of more to that black IPA style overall note. But like, it feels like it's missing something. Like there's something else that should be there that's just not coming through on the palate to me. Like initial sip, like front end of this beer is kind of empty. Like,
well, I think, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, when I take a sip of this, I get almost nothing. And then I get a little bit of hoppy bitterness. And then immediately, like, that smoky porter note takes over. And it's kind of what lingers throughout the back end and as this beer tails off. Like, that's pretty much all you get. Like, I don't get a lot of, like, holiday seasonal funness out of this.
And that's what this is missing. I think it's missing that toffee and that chocolate that it says it has on it. If it had that like little sweetness to it, I think from a porter standpoint, it would be a really, really, really good beer. The weird thing about this is if I ordered this expecting a porter, I'd be pretty disappointed. If someone said, "Hey, try this black IPA," I would really enjoy it. Like it's a really weird kind of mix of those two styles right there, which I'm curious. So I think we're both in agreement kind of the flavor profile. If you're putting this on Untappd, where are you putting this?
Honestly, I'm not a huge black IPA fan to begin with. I love porters. This is not that. And I feel like this beer feels dead to me. Like it just feels like it's not what it's supposed to be. And I don't know what that was, but to me, I'm going 2.5 on this. I just think this is just for Three Floyds too. And I love Three Floyds and I've had a lot of great stuff from them. This does not meet the mark for a typical Three Floyds beer that I've had. I just feel like this is missing a lot and it's not drinkable, but it's definitely not meeting the Christmas holiday theme that I'm looking for, or even what's written on the bottle. So for that reason, I'm going to go 2.5.
So it's weird because I'm going to score the beer for what my opinions of it as opposed to what it's supposed to be, because it's supposed to be a porter. It doesn't taste like a porter to me. It doesn't have the traditional, like, rich, kind of chocolatey characteristics that you want out of a porter. But I really do like this beer. I really do enjoy it. I like the kind of black IPA style of beer it kind of turned out to be. So for that, I'm going to give it a 3.75, which I think is probably one of the biggest discrepancies you've ever had on this channel. But I really enjoy this beer for what it turned out to be and now what it's supposed to be. If you like a porter, you're not going to like this. If you're expecting a porter, I should say, you're not going to like this. But
or
I really enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I do think this fits your area of your palate that is your kind of niche. But for me, this isn't it. So, hey, they can't all be winners, right?
Exactly.
They can't all be winners. So, day 4 in the books. We are cruising along to Christmas Eve and all the rest of the beer we're going to be drinking during the holiday season. So keep an eye on the channel. We've got one of these coming out every single day. And we've got more quality episodes from Black Friday releases and other things that we've been acquiring over the last year or two coming throughout the month as well. So stick around, a lot more where this came from, and we'll see all of you in the next one.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.